Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here with Mike Orr for another episode of the Friday Night Panel here on Talkin Fight. And are we going to talk some fight today, Mike, or what?
Oh my God,
we got some big ones coming up.
Oh yes, we do. We do.
Big boys and big girls.
Yes, big all around. Actually, I'm kind of excited. This one's going to be an excellent fight.
Which one we started with?
Let's start with the Marshall versus Cruz DeZern.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so
Cruz DeZern, I didn't know this until this week. Actually, she's not only a fashion designer, but she's also a singer, and her manager has set up her own record label.
I did not know that either. All I know is that she is how you say a baddie in the boxing world. Yes, Frenchon Cruz DeZern, Savannah Marshall, and Natasha Jonas and Candy Wyatt, world title doubleheader 2-stream in the U.S. live on ESPN and Sky Sports. Guys, Marshall becomes first woman to headline UK's two largest arenas when she challenges Frenchon Cruz DeZern for the undisputed World Super Middle Championship on July 1st. So, hey, happy Canada Day to us.
That's right.
What a great happy Canada Day. What a great present for Canada to get is this wonderful event that we get to watch. Jonas defends, her unified world title. Manchester's Mark Heffron defends British Championship versus Zach Chelly. Future box office stars Ben Whitaker and Callum Simpson join the card. So this one's going to be good. Savannah Marshall, 12-1 now, 10 KOs, is on the track to land a record-setting 1 and 2 this summer as she follows October's sellout of the O2 London in UK's largest arena by headlining a sold-out show at the AO Manchester Arena, the UK's second largest arena, and this one's taking place Saturday, July 1st, guys. The undisputed World Super Middle Championship will be on the line when Marshall walks out to challenge Cruz DeZern, who is 8-1 with 2 KOs, and becomes the first female boxer ever to headline the UK's two largest arenas in back-to-back events. Wow. So previously set to occupy the co-headline slot, the Undisputed World Championship bout now takes main event status as Liam Smith postpones his rematch with bitter rival Chris Eubank Jr. to recover from a minor but nagging injury which has dodged his training camp. The two antagonists set as a pay-per-view record for their weight class when they fought in January, and both Smith won a 4th-round stoppage, and a stellar support card was put in place for their highly anticipated rematch, which was also set to air as a Sky Sports box office pay-per-view event. With 2 world titles, Liverpool's Natasha Miss GB Jonas, 13-2-1 with 8 KOs, is set to defend her unified World Light Middle Championship at the event, plus a guaranteed fireworks British super middleweight title fight pitting Manchester's Mark Kid Dynamite Heffron, 29-2-1 with 23 KOs against Zach Chelly, who's 13-1-1 with 6 KOs. That stacked undercard now becomes a stacked event, which will air live on Sky Sports Network. And Boxer has today also announced that every fan entering the arena on July 1st will be issued a $10 or $20 food and beverage voucher. Wow.
Did you say $10 or 10 quid?
Sorry, 10 pound. 10 pound or 20 pound. That's right. 10 or 20 pound voucher. That's a lot of money over here. That gives you a lot of beers.
That could buy us a couple. That could buy us a couple.
Another prospect heavily tipped by boxing insider Callum Simpson, who's 11-0 with 9 knockouts, who journeys from his native Yorkshire on July 1st to make his second boxer appearance following his stunning 3rd-round stoppage in the same venue in March. So this card's looking pretty stacked. So guys, get ready for this one. Set your PVRs if you have other plans, because it is Canada Day for all those Canadians out there that are watching. Because I know you guys are going to be busy celebrating like I will be. As soon as this show's over, I'm getting started early. So I don't know about you guys, but definitely it's shooting up to be a big one. Some great fights on this card. April Hunter taking on Christy Bovington is on this one as well. which is a great fight, man. And
Yep.
Zach Chilly, Mark Jeffries, Callum Simpson, Boris Carrington. This one's good. I'm looking forward to see Ben Whitaker back out,
Yep.
taking on Vladimir Bulishki. So this is a nice stacked card.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it, Graham?
Like you, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't really see much of Cruz Dezerna. She was moving up the ranks, so to speak. But I remember seeing that last fight last year, and she absolutely clobbered someone. Can't remember who she was fighting, but I just remember going, "Wow, this woman can fight." So anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to it because I mean the British are all hyped up about
Oh, yeah.
Savannah and trying to reclaim, if you will, because it is a rematch, her title. But I don't think she's going to. I think Cruz Dezern is going to take it. So anyway, that's my quick thought.
She's a heavy hitter. She's got those
Yeah.
she's got those big club hands, man. She's got them put you out kind of power. So definitely this is going to be a big one. I'm excited to see I'm actually excited to see the return of Savannah Marshall, to be honest. See how she's doing since her last outing. This is going to be great. Good for her setting up this wonderful I guess historical making thing by headlining 2 major arenas in your home country, man. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's interesting also. Let me have a quick look here, because ESPN has been strongly supporting not only this fight but women fighters in general.
Yes.
And they're continually touting, if you will, who's up and coming in the various divisions. So it's interesting to see like who are these up and comers, like names that we may not have heard of last
If
year.
I had
But
my laptop in front of me, I swear I would know some of these names because
okay, let me. Okay, so we know that Candy Wyatt lost to Jess McCaskill. Okay,
Yep.
we've heard of those names. We've heard of Callie Rice. We've heard of Christina Linardu. But then you've got women like Jaisa Marcel, who's fighting Carla Camila Campos Gonzalez coming up. In Buenos Aires, we've got Maria Monio, 12-1, a contender at lightweight from Uruguay, takes on Alice Sanchez. Last Saturday, Sarah Borman, ESPN's number 3 strawweight, picked up a unanimous decision win over Perla Perez in Germany. And it might be time for Borman, wow, 17-0, didn't know that, to leave Germany, where she's fought all but one of her pro bouts. Tougher challenge in the United Kingdom or United States.
I profiled her. I did profile Borman.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, it says here it should be a good fight for Sinicia Estrada or Yokasta Valley.
Yep. And Yokasta Valley sitting at the top of that division too, right?
Right. And so ESPN's number 3 middleweight, Emma Kozin, who we've talked about, beat Tamia Bilek in a junior middleweight bout. Second straight fight for Kozin, now 23-1-1, by the way, junior middleweight. And Bellick 7-9, lost 4 of her last 5 fights. But anyway, so it goes through the various. Anyway, it's a good article by ESPN, and I give them credit for giving us that information. So where the heck did Mike? There he is.
Sorry,
talking to myself there. And the world.
No. Neil the Deal was calling.
So someone gave him a quarter to put in the payphone.
Oh God.
Ay. All right. So that's what the English are looking at tomorrow night. So are we North Americans looking at anything tomorrow night?
Yeah, we have other ones here. I'm just going to bring it up. And we're going to talk about them.
Keep going.
No. There's three fights this weekend. Three fights to watch out for. Just reaching back to grab it. Here we go. Smith, Maxwell. This one, July 1st, 2 p.m. Dalton Smith, Sam Maxwell will clash for the British and Commonwealth super lightweight titles at the Utilita Arena in Sheffield on Saturday. Sheffield Smith is 14-0. I would love this kid, man, with 10 knockouts, who will be headlining his second fight night in his home city and is aiming to win the prestigious Lord Lonsdale Challenge belt outright after claiming the vacant title by stopping local rival Sam O'Manson. That was last August, and then making successful defense against Casey Benjamin in November and Billy Ailington in February. One of the hottest properties in the world of boxing, Thunder, will be aiming to add Maxwell's Commonwealth title to his growing collection that boasts the WBA Intercontinental title, WBC Intercontinental Silver title, and the British title as he continues to work towards a dream world title shot at Hillsborough, home to the beloved Sheffield to beloved Sheffield Wednesday. So this one's going to be good. Liverpool's Maxwell, 17-1 with 11 KOs, former WBO European and British champion at 140. Will be looking to reclaim the British title after outpointing Ennis Brown to win the famous old belt, along with the Commonwealth crown in Birmingham back in August of 2021. The former Team GB standout bounced back from his stoppage loss to Alejandro Menisa with a comfortable decision over Sean Cooper in February. So, yeah, here's another one for you guys to check out. This is going to be great. It is a fight night. It's not going to be as popular as the doubleheader with the women there and all the great stuff on that card. But it is one for you guys to watch. Definitely some great fights. Undercard action. We got, to be honest, this one's looking pretty good. There's some good lightweight, Corey O'Regan versus Jordan Nelson. We got Nico Liveras, Alberto Motos. We got Beatriz Ferreira taking on Carla Ramos Zamora. There's going to be a nice little fight there. Then starting live on the zone, this is when we get into the actual main card. We got Lewis Sylvester taking on Adam Cope. We got Junad Boston, which I've talked about many times before, taking on Ryan Amos. And then that one's followed by Hopi Price taking on James Beach Jr. I'm looking forward to that fight on this card. That's probably the only reason why I'm going to be watching and tuning into this one. I do like Hopi Price. I do like what he's about, man. The kid, he's been nothing but stellar in his pro, since his pro debut. Sporting those wonderful wins. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. And then we got Pat McCormick of the McCormick guys taking on Tony Dixon. So definitely some big fights on this card. It is a fight night, so it's going to be trumped definitely by the women there. So it's good. It's good fighting. It's good fighting. Neil, welcome. Nice haircut, brother. Welcome back. We're just in the fight.
Hi guys. Sorry, hold on. Let's just adjust this a little bit for all the fans out here at talkinfight.com. Sorry guys, I was getting a haircut. Can you tell?
These guys' priorities. All right.
No. I wasn't getting a haircut, Graham.
We've talked about the British fights.
Yeah, we have, and we're moving on to the next. So, some big, honestly, some good fights this weekend, and I'm going to bring it up. If it, I hate when I'm not working with the same things that I'm used to. It just drives me nuts and annoys the living crap out of me. We got Anderson, Martin. This is the one I know you've been waiting to talk about, Graham. This is a good one.
Yep.
We got it. The highly anticipated homecoming fight for heavyweight prodigy Jared, the real big baby Anderson, guys, is proceeding as planned. Although with a last-minute change in rival corner, Zan Kozbanovsky, the undefeated contender from Kazakhstan, had to bow out due to visa acquisition delays, which is unfortunate, paving the way for ex-world champion Prince Charles Martin. To step up to the challenge. The clash with Anderson is set to take place at the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio. So homecoming for the real big baby Anderson, man. Yeah. The heavyweight encounter between Anderson and Martin, accompanied by another 10-round heavyweight duel between undefeated pugilist Arslan Magomedov. Right? We talk about this guy all the time. And Nigeria's Rafael Akipintiero. I think that was right.
That's a mouthful, Mikey.
I did with that one for sure. This will be telecast live on ESPN, ESPN Deport, and ESPN Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Anderson, 14-0, 14 KOs, has only been pushed beyond 3 rounds twice in his career, guys. Only twice. Which commenced with a first-round stoppage in October of 2019. From April 2021 to December 2022, he chalked up 5 consecutive second-round knockouts, including one against the resilient Jerry Forrest in April of 2023. Anderson kick-started his campaign with a third-round stoppage against undefeated George Arias. And then we got Martin 29, 3-1 with 26 KOs. A 37-year-old heavyweight hailing from St. Louis clinched the IBF heavyweight world title.
Huh? Hold on, we lost the host.
Well, while he's not talking, I'll just say a lot of the boxing writers were saying the interesting problem for Anderson now is that he's only got 12 days notice with respect to his new opponent, Martin. And he's not really that familiar with how Charles Martin can fight. So, I mean, a lot of people were initially saying, oh, poor Charles Martin, he's only got 12 days notice. Charles Martin didn't care. Anyway,
There we go.
he's back. All right.
I'm back. So as I was saying before, you couldn't see me, and that sucks because I know I got to see myself when I talk. So you guys definitely have to see.
Oh, you're looking good now.
I know, right? Right, I'm looking good. We got Neil with the new fresh haircut in the middle, looking great. Honestly, yeah. Martin relinquished his title to Anthony Joshua in less than 3 months, but has remained a formidable contender in the heavyweight category. Post the Joshua defeat, Martin boasts a 6-2 record, including a memorable stoppage against Gerald Washington in 2020. His most recent victory was a 4th round knockout of Devin Vargas in Los Angeles last September. Also on this one, Ware, 15-4-2, 9 KOs, returns to the ring against DiCarlo Perez, who's 19-8-1 with 6 KOs and a 6-round super middleweight title, while McCreary takes on veteran Divi Julio, who's 26-13 with 16 KOs and a 6-round junior lightweight battle. Junior welterweight standout Tiger Johnson, bang, love this kid. Definitely 8-0, 5 KOs. Will face Jonathan Montreal. And this one's he's 15-1 with 10 KOs. This one's in an 8-round bout at the light heavyweight. Prospect Dante Benjamin Jr. Also another kid that I've been following and telling you guys to watch. 6-0, 4 KOs. Will meet Murata Zola, who's 4-2 with 1 KO in a 6-round clash. Then we got the junior middleweight prospect Hussam Ali Mashida. 6-0 with 5 KOs. The fighting pride of Dearborn Heights, Michigan, fights the durable Rance Ward, who is 7-5-1 with 2 KOs and a 6-rounder. This is a huge card. This is a big one for us. Definitely some great action this weekend. Happy Canada Day for everybody, all Canadians out there that get to watch all these wicked events that are going to be taking place. What are your thoughts on this card, Graham? I know you love Big Baby.
Yeah, I do. I'm just surprised you didn't mention Jahai Tucker. I mean, you profiled him, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I'm sorry.
Is he on this card?
I can't. I don't have it in front of me. I just going by the certain notes that I have written down at the moment. I don't have it exactly in front of me. But if he was mentioned to be on this card, there's no way that he's backing out, and he will be on the card. I can give it a sec. Let me check.
He's going 8 rounds with Nicholas Faust or Nicholas.
There you go. And I've talked about both these guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jahai Tucker, this kid, he's the real deal. He's what you call a blue chip prospect. He's one of these kids that's been just from the beginning, getting better and better every time he gets in the ring. He's just got that relentless pressure. He's got, great speed, great defense, great strength. We're going to see lots of this kid in the future, man. Mark my words, he will be wearing a belt one day. One of them big ones. And I've been saying this from day one. But yes, Jahai Tucker, look out for this kid too.
So I think this brings into focus, quite frankly, the formidable stack of talent that the Americans are now presenting to the English in the heavyweight division. I mean, the English and the media over there can only ignore this for so long, but sooner or later, these heavyweights are going to start crossing the ocean and fighting on British turf and winning. The guys I said this morning, the guys in the papers have been pretty quick to point out that most of the fighters in the top 5 over in the UK are past their prime. They're 35, 36.
They're about to age out. They're all about to. In the top 10, there's one guy that's in his 20s, I believe.
Right. So it'd be interesting to see if Tyson Fury ends up fighting that MMA guy. That means he might get his belt taken away by the WBA, is it? Or WBC? No problem. Can't remember. But anyway, it means that Deontay Wilder, if he goes up against Andy Ruiz Jr., they'll be fighting for his belt. If Tyson Fury goes up against, what's his name, Naguni or Nagani?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, hey, Tim, how you doing?
Hey,
Tim, the glasses look great, brother.
Oh, no, I was trying to get on for the last 10 minutes.
They look good. They look good.
I don't see y'all guys.
You don't see us?
No.
But you can hear us? But you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It
Huh?
says join.
Well, you joined, all right.
Okay, I'm connecting again, I think. Okay, there we go.
Just tilt your camera down a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, I only need these to read. I hear echo.
The champ. The champ.
So we've been talking about we just started talking about the heavyweights and the heavyweight division.
I was on for 15 minutes watching you, trying to get
Really?
on.
Oh, well, in that case,
Dan?
Then I called Eric.
We need to send a
that
team
must have been
out
our
there to hook
producer
you
having
up,
a nap.
Mr. Tim.
Huh?
Our producer might have been having a nap in the back, I think is what happened.
Yeah.
Did you wake him up with a phone call?
Yeah, I called him after like 10 minutes. There's some exercise.
There's some exercise.
No, he's going uppercut.
That's Neil's exercise for the week.
There you go.
Uppercut. I'm gonna get a light to
The
make it
boss.
look brighter.
so yeah, so I'm certainly looking forward to
The boss.
Jared Anderson.
Up there.
All right, Neil. I'm looking forward to Jared Anderson's fight, but it will be a good fight because Charles Martin's he's not going to get rolled over.
No, this is gonna be a nice little test for him.
Yep.
It's gonna be nice. Yeah, definitely. You know, Charles Martin is not gonna roll over. We know that.
Right.
You know, he's a big guy who's done some damage in the past, definitely. So yeah, a bit of a test, I think, for Jared Big Baby Anderson. If it's gonna go past 3 rounds, this would be the guy to do it. I think
Well,
so.
as I was telling Neil while you went off the air for a little bit there, some of the interesting comments that have been made by the media are that they've only both had 12 days notice. It's not just simply Charles Martin has got 12 days notice to go in the ring. He's got nothing to lose. But Big Baby Anderson, or the real Big Baby Anderson, as he's called nowadays, he's also got 12 days to get familiar with Charles Martin. So, like I said, it's going to be a great little fight, and it's not the only heavyweight battle on that particular night of fighting down in Toledo. So
they've been active, right? He's been active, Anderson, right? I see him look pretty good.
He's always he's one of those gym rat guys too, man. He's always ready.
Yeah, you might see a little something off, or you might see the other guy get knocked out. You know.
Well, that would make my day. That would make my day. If Anderson knocks out Martin, that'd be great for me. Be great for North American boxing fans because it really does put him into that position of strength that I've been saying for a long time. That everyone on this panel agrees with. The American scene is building its heavyweights from the bottom up. They're grooming them. They're well managed. They're well promoted. I'm a little bit unsure as to the mixed messages I'm getting out of Jared Anderson, though, in that he wants to retire one day, but the next day he's looking for these titles. So I'm getting a little bit mixed message. Today he was out at the Toledo schools, though, visiting schools. Imagine that. Day before his fight, he's out there visiting schools, promoting.
Yeah, he's saying mixed messages. Yeah, saying that he wants to retire and that he doesn't want to retire and that he wants the belts. You know what? It's just that's life of a pugilist, I guess. Right?
You might have given him a lot of money up front or something.
Maybe. You know,
that's not like a little mental stress.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like. Yeah, you wouldn't figure that because he's hot, he's up there, he's ready to make big time.
I think after this fight, though, coming back to hometown, Toledo, Ohio, and getting in the ring and putting on this performance, I don't think he'll be talking about retirement after that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming back to the hometown. He's gonna whoop some ass. We all know that. He's looking really good.
You notice something in my face?
Yeah, you shaved. You look good.
No. Keep thinking. Look at my face.
Oh, you got a big mustache.
No. I'll give you 5 more seconds.
You went to the dentist?
Where did that mustache come from?
Oh, he's all ripped.
Look at the body on you and the face on you. You're a gem, aren't you?
I'm underneath 240.
Wow.
237.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I had some conversations.
Yeah, I know. I can see now.
Mike, can I get the microphone for a second, please, sir?
Yeah.
Joe?
I don't want to take up all the show now.
Mr. Tim.
Yeah.
I had some conversations this week around the world with a couple of people, and no names to be said, but we are so looking forward to what you're thinking about with your training, how you've been taking care of yourself, how beautiful you're looking. Everybody's all excited, and I'm really excited. Personally, I am. Look, I even cut my hair for you.
I tell you the truth, it's boring here. I'm just training. I'm gonna give something to do. I'm not when I talk about the fight, if something happens, I'm gonna be ready. But really, if it don't happen,
You still are the heavyweight celebrity champion.
Yes, sir.
right? These
Yes,
people keep
sir.
putting that stuff in there. They want
You still
something
are that
more.
heavyweight celebrity champion. So
I
you know
fight
if the door knocks, you're ready to open it. So
Yeah, I'm just staying in shape for health reasons. But since that thing is right there, if they say something, I'm ready. I'm gonna try to use my head, and if I can make a little bit of little this, I'm gonna
A
do it
little
right.
bit of hay, a
Keep
little
it
bit
right,
of hay, right?
huh?
A little bit of hay.
But there's something in Saudi Arabia that might jump off. We've been having meetings and stuff. My market director, Brian Robinson, this guy from the Middle East, and about several other guys, kickboxers and everything. And Saudi Arabia agreed, Leslie Nichols had agreed um, to us doing shows like once a year, once a month for like 12 months. So they just say okay. So all we have to do is sit down and talk to them, and I hope everything works out because they talking like really good money, Saudi Arabia. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to stay in shape. I said, man, I better just get in shape just in case something happens. That's what we're doing right now.
Well, if anybody deserves it, sir, it would be you.
Call me Tim, man. I'm part of the crew. Don't call me sir. That means you took my job.
Big time. That's big time.
you know, so I've been babysitting my grandkids. They just left yesterday. They're gonna come back in a couple days, but they know I can't really. I help because that's where my heart is. But I really got to concentrate on what I just some things that what I just told you. Um, but if it don't happen, I'm gonna still be like this. But they trying hard to make it happen. But the Saudis agreed to it, so that's a lot of money if they do. Hopefully, I can take you guys out to dinner. You can't hear me. Could you hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
We can see
Mr.
you,
Mike,
Mike.
what was that? A little glass of milk?
yeah.
There you go.
Obviously,
Enjoy.
they're not paying him to drink
Exactly.
on camera.
That-
Otherwise, he'd show
oh.
us. He'd show us.
Yeah, we cannot indulge
Well,
any
guys,
sponsorship.
it's water.
All right.
It's water. It's like it's right out of the tap.
Are we going to be talking any more fight, or are you guys
Oh,
just going to talk about
absolutely,
drinking?
Mr. Tim. Can I ask you a few questions
Stop
about a few
calling me
things?
that.
Yeah, Mr. Tim,
No, Tim.
the heavyweight champion of all
Tim.
time.
I start talking crazy if you don't say Tim.
Come down,
You
beat
were
you up.
telling me last week
Not
on
that
the
old.
panel a little bit about your upbringing there, and right. And I was so intrigued. I started all week looking into this situation that you were so gracious to enlighten us with. And I never knew that actually existed, but I'm sure you have a few more stories in the bag
What
about
is this thing?
Nicky Scarfo, the boys in the Jewish neighborhood,
Okay,
how you grew up. That really
I'm
intrigued
not
me.
interested in talking about that, but I'll let you know that real quick that I'm from that neighborhood and from that area, and I hear the names. I met them before.
Yeah.
I said a couple of words to him, and a lot of all the other guys. But whatever stuff they actually was doing, I don't know nothing about that. I was always
No. I'm not asking you about that, obviously. I'm just saying it's amazing that you actually were a man that actually was in the middle of that whole lifestyle.
okay. Yeah, I was born and raised in South
But you
Philly.
were like probably not really doing that good, like you said, your family, I don't know, like okay or whatever, but everybody had to kind of like work together over there.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of ups and downs. You have to be strong and just move forward. There's a lot of things I ain't gonna talk about and all that, but
No, of course not.
yeah, it was rough, and you can imagine what happened.
Yeah,
But I didn't have it that bad. I didn't have that. I stayed on the racetrack, stayed in sports, and then I didn't have no advice from nobody. I didn't go drinking out and partying and talking to new people. I took care of kids, so but I was around them. They still my family,
Right.
my friends. And the only thing you can do is try to help them go in the positive direction. That's all.
That's correct.
After a while, you know, when I was going to my neighborhood, I just was saying hi to everybody. Didn't try to act like a star. They knew that I'm a nice guy from the neighborhood. They know I didn't carry guns. They
You
know
were
I
a
didn't shoot.
leader. You were a leader, Tim.
No,
Not a, you
but
know,
let me
you were a
tell you
leader of
something.
them.
Yeah, let me say something real quick. They know that I'm about that. They know that. And when they approached me and my family, most of y'all, my brothers and sisters, did sports and stuff anyway, didn't do stuff. So it's that type of respect for being good people. They don't try to approach you in a negative way. We was good guys. And there was a lot of other families like that. There's a lot of families right in South Philly near the Italian market. Remember Rocky Walker Market? Sylvester Stallone Walker Market, saying waving to people. 10 minutes from there. Italians on one side, the Irish on the other. There was Jewish right in the neighborhood, you know,
Yeah.
and that was beautiful growing up.
But I think the people, they didn't live in your shoes, right?
Huh?
The people didn't live in your shoes.
Technically, Tim, you are the only heavyweight champ out of Philadelphia. So
yeah,
so Rocky is you.
Rocky is you. You are Rocky.
So that means we should get a petition to put a Tim Witherspoon statue up on top of those stairs.
Yes.
Right. We need the real
about.
statue up there, just like this.
Where's the Tim Witherspoon statue?
No, it'd be like this.
A lot of people saying, now, how about this, real quick? Sonny Conte, remember Sonny undefeated?
Yep.
I love that guy, and we cool. And I was saying in the back of my head, I'm saying, if he just win the title one time, watch how much interest he get. And I love that, and I want him to win. I want him to win. I'm behind him 100%. But in terms of all the other stuff, they supposed to have told me, wait a minute, hold up. They threw me a party. There was nothing. When I won it first time, it was just in the papers. I won it the second time. Maybe I could have organized the after party in the neighborhood. But do you think the people in the Philly and South Philly, you think that they should have did it, or even television help them help people, like he won the title, and they put it all over the news. So with Sonny Conte, I want him to win. But just talking, what you think they would do? He's Italian, tough, all knockouts. I'm behind him 100% too. You understand what I just said though, right?
Well, Tim, like I always say, man, you were one of my inspirations since I was a young child. So I'm really, it's like one of the bucket list things. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ride in the car with Sonny when we're in the title.
And I even cut my hair for you today. You like my hair?
You didn't do it. You did it for the show.
Nah, I do it for you.
To see if the girls be on there.
That's right.
Graham be attracting.
Hey, you bring all the girls, Tim, but don't tell your wife.
So on the related Rocky statue front, did you know that when Sylvester Stallone sold his house to Adele, let's say his mansion,
that's cool. Okay.
he had a replica Rocky statue in his house. But Adele said, if that statue leaves with you, Sylvester, it's a no deal. So she loved that statue so much that he had to include it in the sale of the house to her.
Really?
That's really cool. That's a nice story.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
okay.
That original statue they moved to somewhere else.
Can I add something to
that?
The original
statue is. I'm sorry to cut you off. The original statue is right in front of the Art Museum.
Okay, so it did get moved from the stairs.
She was a stepdad? Oh no! They moved it down in South Philly somewhere. They moved it from there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they moved it away from
near the water somewhere. Down in, it was up in the Art Museum where they run the steps. I ran the steps. Everybody came to family, fly in town and run the Rocky steps.
How hard is it to run those steps? Is it hard to run those steps?
Is it what?
Is it hard to run those steps?
Is it hard to run them?
Well, it's little steps. They're easy to get up on, but it's all the way up there. It's like a whole bunch of steps. No, you definitely get tired before you get.
Oh, I get tired on the first 3, man. Then I take a nap,
Yep.
run another 5, take another nap.
Huh?
I'd run 3, take a nap, run 5, take another nap.
Hey, I got a little tidbit, guys. Check this out, though. This is a funny one, Tim. You'll like this, and Graham knows about this. We used to have a rock and roll studio here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, that's
And,
my
and,
I like
and a guy shows up and he's playing drums for some like nobody band. And he says, "Oh, to me, I was married to Bridget Nielsen."
Ooh.
And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, right after Sylvester Stallone divorced her, I married Bridget."
That's cool.
And he still, and he said, "Well, I'm just saying."
Didn't she get with
He's not
Flavor
married
Flav?
to her anymore. That's all I got to tell you.
Didn't we get to see like the entire downfall of like her and Flavor Flav's little
Yeah,
relationship?
the guy with the big clock on his chest, is that the guy? The Flav
the hype man from Public Enemy.
Oh, Flavy Fleave.
No, Flavor Flav.
Oh, Flavor Flav. Okay, that guy. Yeah, they were actually a couple.
Can I bring us back around to fighting?
Yes, please.
All right. Are you done, Neil?
Yeah. We can't have any fun anymore, Mr. Grumpy Graham.
Hey, we're talking fight. You want to talk fight?
All the time.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not talking Bridget. It's talking
you know what? I'm surprised that there's no Canada Day fighting going on. Actually,
Yeah, what's happening with that? What the Canadians will fight on Canada Day? That's when we do our best fighting.
Nothing I know of.
That's weird, eh?
Yeah,
that is weird.
Well, it is Canada Day. Come on, everybody kind of gets a day off.
National holiday, I guess, right?
Yeah. Did you know that, Tim?
No, what happened? The holiday in Canada?
July 1st.
The birth of Canada.
Okay.
What are we? 155 now?
It's like July 4th in the States.
Well, I had nothing to do with 4th of July. There's a lot of things that happen that it's just not the time to talk about it. But the 4th of July is not my holiday. Really, it's American holiday. And it's the time to get into that, get the right people to talk about it. But really, in reality, it's not my holiday. But I will celebrate it with them, for them. Really.
So what do we got on the skid this week, Mikey? What's the big fights?
We already talked about them.
Yeah, and what else do you got?
What do you got?
Well, I got a lot. What do you need to know about it?
Oh, well, what do you know about this week's fights?
Well, I know that Jared Anderson is going to do some damage
against Charles Martin.
Yeah. No, I'm just getting in there, guys.
But how did you hear about Jared? Does he look good? Is he?
Anderson looks real good.
Anderson's
looking real good to me.
Did you know that?
Yep.
Okay, then he should.
Yeah, no, he looks really good. He looks really good.
Really good.
He looks prepped. He looks.
When is that fight again?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow starts at 10 p.m. I believe it is.
What channel?
I'll send it to you, champ.
17. Oh, you
no, I'll send it to you.
That's my man. Okay.
I'll send it to you. You know I got you, champ, on all them fights.
I got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We watching fights up here.
Let's talk a little futuristic sort of thing. So Virgil Ortiz Jr. is coming up this week. What are you guys thinking about Virgil?
Sorry, who's he fighting?
I don't know, Graham. Who is he fighting? Oh, you're not. All right, Graham. Listen to Grumpy Graham. All right.
We talked about him before, but I really haven't.
I just want to know what your opinion, sir, Tim, Mr.
I just started focusing on a lot of those.
What is he, Mikey? 19-0, 20-0?
I believe so.
Yeah, we
19 knockouts out of 19. He's 19-0, 19 knockouts.
We talked about him several times, but I've watched him one time, but I really didn't follow up. I'm just trying to get better, coming on the shows and getting better.
Don't worry, champ. I'll keep you up to date, champ.
Yeah.
What's he out of? He's out of Texas, is he not, Virgil?
Yeah. I seen him, and we talked about
him. Good little scrapper.
Yeah, we talked about him at the shows, and
Eddie Hearn said something interesting this week.
Yes.
This
Yes, he
year's
did.
been kind of a flat year for big fights, and the Saudis have entered the market, and they're looking to put together a mega fight in December. But there was news out of England after Canelo left the Matchroom partnership that he had, and therefore Matchroom being partnered with DAZN, it left them with a big war chest. And Eddie Hearn made a very interesting comment.
What did he say?
He said, because all the American promoters were kind of bad mouthing Eddie Hearn, saying he didn't know what he was doing. Okay, so Eddie Hearn came back and said, one of the bright sides of Canelo leaving the partnership for the time being for a 3-fight deal with PBC, he said one of the bright sides of this is it leaves us with a massive war chest, because we were normally having to pay Canelo like $70 million a fight. He goes, now we can put together some really good fights in this year. Because of that war chest opening up for him to spend.
So that's awesome.
I like reading reports outside the ring when it deals with what the promoters are saying, because you find a lot of insight into what's going on in the boxing world with respect to how deals are made and how deals are structured. I mean, I don't like what's going on with respect to Deontay Wilder's camp offering Andy Ruiz Jr. 30%, things of that nature. It's upsetting fight fans. It's upsetting the boxing world in general. But we don't often talk about it. But there's an awful lot of trash talk.
Supposed to pay? Were they supposed to pay?
Well, Ruiz is looking for 50-50.
Okay.
And Deontay Wilder, and then the funny thing is
the guy's mega rich already, man.
They're both. I mean, that's the funny thing. I mean, if you go down the line, if you go through the various divisions, there's only several divisions that are truly making money, if you will, and the rest have a lot of decent fighters in those divisions, but nothing that's. Anyways, that's what Eddie Hearn said this week, that he looks to see to put some money into some decent fights before the end of the year. So
right, because he kind of got told to take a hiatus on that big spending for a while there at the beginning of the year, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been no love lost between the American promoters and the English promoters. So it's good to see Boxer, BOXXER, Ben Shalom's company, put together that Cruz Dezern Savannah Marshall fight.
Huge card.
And a really good undercard. So that's good for the UK scene. It's good to see Eddie Hearn saying some positive things in the light of the shellacking he got from the US promoters, in particular Oscar De La Hoya, LRB, Aram. I mean, they were all smashing him over that Canelo deal, or losing that Canelo deal. And Eddie came back with positive news and said, hey, you know what? I now have a war chest to spend on other fighters.
Yeah, that's huge. Freeing up $70 million a fight, that's big money.
Yeah, man.
You can put together a whole card for $70 million.
You could certainly get me in the ring.
Saudi Arabia, get more.
You get me in the ring for $1 million, no problem. Yeah, I won't take a dive, but I'll damn well put up a good fight.
It'd be
we
funny.
All need some funds.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What did Mike Tyson say?
He didn't even train for his last match, man.
Who?
Mike Tyson. He never even stepped foot in the gym.
Who did he fight?
Oh, I can't remember who his last fight was against.
How long ago was it?
Oh, that was wow.
You talking when he was in prison?
Dinosaurs were fucking roaming the earth?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing an exhibition with my man, Mike. That's my man.
Yo, that'd be great.
We love Mike, but
you know what? I'm telling you, champ, Mike would do that. Mike would do an exhibition with you for sure.
He looked out for me. Let me tell you about it when we plug this in. Hold on. He looked out for me.
I think Jared Anderson is the next Mike Tyson.
What?
I don't think
they're calling him the next Mike Tyson.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't think
so, bud.
Not in the way that he boxes, not in the way that he destroys people, but in the way that he is going to sweep through the heavyweight division.
Here we go.
That's how they say that he's like the next Mike Tyson. But you could also say that from somebody like Richard Torres.
Right.
He's another guy who's smashing through the division. You put him in front of him.
When I was talking about the heavyweights on the news show the other day,
jump in there and let these guys know what's going on, champ.
Huh? Hang on, Neil. I got don't interrupt, please. We had a friend come in from Australia and tell us about a couple of heavyweights out of Australia that we hadn't even heard of, yet
Oh.
have unbeaten records. And he was surprised that the Australian scene is being ignored by both the British and the American promoters. And as we've
I
said,
watch it, and I'll tell you, it's huge.
The heavyweights that are coming up from other parts of the world, we've mentioned it before, and anyway, just the fire in Jared Anderson's eyes. I mean, he's ready to take on Charles Martin, beat Charles Martin.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the guy out of Kazakhstan. That's who I would have liked to see in there. The big boy. He was the guy that was originally slated to take it on.
Yeah. Well, what's his name again? Hovhasian or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been a nice one to see out of there.
Maybe Tim can pronounce it for us.
That'd be good.
Probably good. That's easy.
Remember when heavyweight fighters had easy names?
Yeah.
Witherspoon, Ali, Holmes,
Tyson,
Frazier,
Holyfield, Frazier.
Holyfield.
Hey, that one was a little hard though.
Tim, did you ever fight Holyfield? Did you ever fight Holyfield, Tim?
No,
would have been a good
my
fight.
brother sparred with him. My brother Anthony sparred with him. I was in his presence a whole lot of times. Really nice guy, really powerful. I was supposed to fight him at one point, but they said something was wrong with his heart at that time. So yeah, one time I was supposed to fight him, and he had hard heart or something they called it. But then he came back and started fighting again. But at that particular time, when they were trying to make it, he had a health problem, and life went on. You know, he's tough. He's tough.
Was there any guys, Tim, that you wanted to fight over your career that you didn't fight because of circumstances, but you really thought you were probably prepared for them, or that external circumstances didn't let you fight them? You know what I mean? But you felt that you were, in the mix.
I just put whoever they put in front of me. Then when we got older and the money started developing and the business got a little bit, we had to make plans on who we fought and all that type of thing. So, but in the beginning, you build your boxer up, and then you get stage fights where the first one will not be hard. And the next, then you keep building. Then you get more Larry Holmes or Tyson or Donald. Michael Dokes, or when you get up there. So you build them up, and then you get challenged, and you get them a challenge. And if you become champion, that's hard work. That's hard work and everything. So I had my ninth fight. I had a guy that was undefeated. My 13th fight, and I think when I put Larry Holmes, we were both undefeated then, wasn't we?
Yeah,
we were both undefeated. So
yeah.
What a challenge.
You see my production assistant?
Huh?
My production assistant?
What?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you another question?
Yes, somebody in the back there.
I was watching a fight the other night.
I've got him.
Tyrell Biggs versus Lennox Lewis. I believe it was Tyrell Biggs.
Oh yeah, Tyrell. They all know each other.
Lennox Lewis. And they were in like the 12th round, and man, they were going at it.
Wait. So Terrell Biggs and Lennox Lewis had a fight?
I believe so. Was that true?
No, I don't remember them ever fighting.
No, Shannon. Some guy named Shannon.
Shannon and Lennox Lewis. That was already fighting until he put Shannon on the ground.
What was his name? Shannon what?
Shannon Briggs.
Shannon Briggs. Yeah, against Lennox Lewis. That was a really good
one. Mason's fighting on that card too with Big Baby.
He dropped him with that right hand.
In the 12th round, Lennox took him down, but they were going head to head like big time.
They were doing pretty good. That was I saw Shannon about a month ago in an event.
How's he looking? Is he still looking jacked?
Huh?
Is he still looking jacked like always?
He gained weight. He looked real heavy, and he said he'd been training, he'd been losing weight. I was trying to really get to do an exhibition with him.
Yeah, because a couple of years back, he looked real trim, man.
He looked real trim, but he was like 6'5", but he was coming down though. So then
Okay.
I seen him in the video, and he looked like he lost weight since I seen him then. So yeah, we was at an event, and he looked kind of
Swelled up.
He was taller than me. I
He's
thought
a
he
big.
was shorter than me.
He was a big guy, Tim. He was big, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
How tall are you, Tim?
That guy was big.
I'm 6'3".
You're 6'3".
But
So
he's
probably
what
like
do they have
6'6"?
him as? What do they have him as?
I think they have him listed as like 6'5.5" or something.
You serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought he was like my height, but then when I met him, I was like, "Whoa, you tall."
Yeah, he's got a few inches on
Mikey,
him.
how
For
big
sure.
is Lennox
muscles,
Lewis?
everything.
6'5"?
He got
He's real wide. He's got real broad shoulders too.
Yeah, 6-pack. I
Yeah,
said
man.
that boy's big.
It's like he never left the gym, you know?
No, but he looked like he. Oh, you mean in terms of weightlifting?
Yeah.
And muscles, but
Yeah, muscles and stuff.
I seen a little bit of stuff on his stomach, but it wouldn't take that much to get it off.
No.
You know, he gained I think he about 20 pounds heavier than what he usually was, maybe 25. But he looked kind of sluggish, like weight wise, he was kind of like, and borderline where he could be fat and go backwards, like be skinny. I know he wasn't going to go over that because he said he was training. He was training and stuff.
Grumpy, are you reading any of those headlines about the Charlo brothers that they're making?
Well, I noticed that it was originally going to be Jermal Charlo, but now it's going to be Jermel Charlo.
Yep.
Charlo. So,
Yep.
so that was a bit of a surprise.
Hey man, those twins, they're going to go down in history
soon, right?
Yeah,
but I think one of them's in jail though right now.
What? No, get the heck out of here.
Really?
You serious?
Seriously?
Well, okay, I can Google it, but I'm pretty either one of them's in jail or just got out of jail.
What made you say that?
Oh, okay, hang on. Now I'm gonna have to Google it.
Now we need the headlines. Let's see this.
Hang on. But what I thought we might be talking about is the Spence Crawford press conference they just had.
Yeah. Wow.
We was doing a podcast real quick, and I told him this is the kid. Both of them dudes are good on defense. I mean offense.
Yeah.
You always talk about defense.
It's going to
I
be.
was looking at their videos. Neither one of them defense. I'm just telling you, and that's what's wrong. I did podcasts, I did some shows, and I've been looking at these videos. These young guys, these days, it's all offense.
Yeah.
Old teams took their time.
But you know what? I'll tell you, Crawford.
Yeah.
Crawford's defense is his offense, I believe.
They keep saying that, but eventually you're going to need both.
Eventually, you catch that guy that'll catch you. That's the thing, right? Is it going to be Spence? Maybe not. Maybe so. We'll all have to see. We've all been waiting for this fight. Honestly, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want it to happen. And that's why, I've had lots of people ask me what my thoughts are on the fight. I'm not going to give my thoughts till the week of the weigh-in. That's when I'll give my thoughts on that fight, because you know what? At any moment in time, one of these guys can get a little hussy fit, and the next thing you know, this fight's over, and it's not going to happen. It's happened. We've come right down to the deadline before, and bang, it's pulled out.
But I've been saying all along that when you get around in Philly, when you go to the gym, when the trainers say your best defense is offense, that means you don't know that much. This is what I'm saying in Philly. No, this is what we learned when I was little. Right. They say that to a boxer, because they don't know defense. So they try to make them do all offense and everything. So when a trainer like that say that, I'll go like this. I'll go, he don't know that much. He don't know how to teach him defense. That does mean something. There is boxers that made it with all offense, but they paid the price. Some of them brain damage and stuff. But there's a couple of them. And you know what? Melvin Taylor, we could talk about him. That dude was all offense, but he got hit a lot. And there's a couple of guys that can't really communicate now. And
they can't communicate. They can't hold things. They can't put. They can't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they can't do. And
you gotta have both. That's what my trainer taught me. Both. Keep it tight. Keep it this way. Don't keep that shell tight. And then you relax, but keep your hand up here in front of your face. Well, I just be like this. I got the old time stuff, man. I'm glad.
Especially in that heavyweight division,
I read Joe Joyce, remember?
an article once that said going 12 rounds as a heavyweight as a professional can be the equivalent of being struck in the head 180 times by a 2x4.
What that mean? I understand.
That means going 12 rounds with a heavyweight professional boxer is like somebody taking a 2x4 and smashing you in the head 18 times.
Who wrote that up? Who
I can't remember. I can't remember what magazine it was. That article was
I had
in.
fun in a lot of minds.
But I was sitting in an office and I picked it up and it was like some sports mag, and I was reading on this heavyweights and it said the equivalent of going 12 rounds with a heavyweight boxer is being like struck 180 times by a 2x4 in the head.
Yeah, if you
got no
me,
defense.
I had fun. You know, and
because you had defense and now you can speak.
Well, you know, I have like been forgetting that. Maybe that's because my age.
No, that's just age. That's just age, Tim. That's just age.
Yeah, but I'm exercising my brain. You're supposed to do that. Read stuff like that. I exercise my body, but I gotta do that.
Do you read a lot, Tim?
Do
you read a lot?
You know what? I know I should, and I don't. I got all these books, and I read sometimes a couple of paragraphs, and then I go work out, I go take care of the kids, I go do this and that. But I'm gonna take time and start reading because I did feel when I was reading one time for like 3 days, I did feel a difference. It like got my brain moving and everything. And I read long, but then I stopped again.
Okay, do you want the update on the Jamal Charlo situation?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so last year he was arrested for assaulting some people in a household. This was bundled with some robbery charges he was facing. He got off the robbery charges, and I don't know the outcome of the assault charges, okay? But Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president, he came out just very, very recently and said, due to the mental health issues that Jamal is now facing, it would be better to put Jamal into that fight against Canelo.
Oh, wow.
So there is a bit of a backstory, if you ask me, with Jamal.
Who's holding what titles?
Just for example, Jamal is I think 31-0. Okay?
Yeah.
But he's obviously fighting some demons right now.
Yeah. Oh, is that the one they're trying to put in?
That's the one that they've pushed aside, right? To bring in his brother.
He got pushed aside for his brother.
So the one that's not like stressed is not fighting.
Right. The one who's not stressed is going to fight Canelo.
Okay.
Yep.
He should be with his brother in training camp and all that. Staying away.
I just actually watched. They don't train together at all. I watched this thing called. I watched this thing called Fight Towns. I saw it on YouTube. It's Stephen. Oh, what's his name?
Something wrong with the foundation. I'm telling you.
It's the one. It's hosted by this ex-NBA player. I want to say Stephen Johnson, I think it is, and he goes around to Houston to show that Houston's got a thick, deep heritage in boxing, which they do. He visited the Charlo brothers, and they both train opposite.
There's no way two twins should be
training together.
They're not together and stuff like.
No. They don't train together. From what I saw in this thing, they don't train together. They got different training regimens. They kind of they keep their distance. It's kind of weird, but they're in the same weight class. Eventually, you know what I mean. Eventually, one of these guys they're gonna have to.
First time in history.
Exactly. First time in history.
Jermel Charlo's record is 35-1-1 with 19 knockouts.
Yeah,
and he's only 33, but and he's undisputed at 154.
Yeah.
He actually wanted to fight Tim Sayoud.
That's really sad.
Huh.
Whoa, that is sad. I thought them guys was cool. All twins.
Yeah,
maybe
twins.
With foundation. I mean, when they were little and all that, because that's the first time I heard this. I heard the twins being like a distance, but with that is something right there.
Yeah, no, I thought it was crazy too. I thought it was crazy too. In the same episode that I watched, you could also see Regis Progress. He was in there. O'Sheik Johnson, that kid was in there too.
Yeah.
Houston's got a nice rich boxing history right now. They got some great guys coming up in the up in the ranks, man. So don't be sleeping on Houston. Apparently,
exactly.
Don't be sleeping on Houston, man. They got some guys, man. And honestly, if you go and watch this this YouTube documentary, honestly, I was pretty impressed with it. It shows that Houston has a lot of up and comers, man, that are going to be going to be household names eventually.
Yes, absolutely.
And we will be handling them here at talkinfight.com with all our fans.
You damn
Mr.
right we
Tim.
will. That's why I watch all
And
these
Mr.
events.
Mike
That's why I
Gordy.
watch all this stuff,
Yes.
man, so we know what to talk about.
The other,
That's it.
just so you know, the other heavyweights that I mentioned earlier with respect to if Jared Anderson is going to move forward and become the force in the heavyweight division, as I suspect he will, the other heavyweights that often don't get the cred that they deserve, Filip Hrgovic would be one. He's 15-0.
Honestly, I'm kind of on the fence with him right now.
Here we go.
Let me say 5 seconds.
Oh, here we go, Mike.
Frank Sanchez, 22-0.
Yeah.
Martin Bacoli, 19-1.
Yep.
I did see a little bit of a negative in his defense, the heavyweight.
Oh, Hrgovic?
No.
Which one?
You just said
Anderson?
his name. You
Which one?
got the big fight tomorrow.
Oh, Jared Anderson.
Jared
Anderson, yeah. Hey, I
Anderson,
need to get
Anderson.
some sleep on. Okay.
Honestly,
Anderson,
he
I
hasn't been.
swear, I did see a couple of things there. He need to tighten that D up.
He could tighten it up, but listen to this, Tim. He's never been brought past the third round in his
Okay.
15 fights. Or sorry,
Okay,
his
mentally,
14.
once he gets his 5, 6, and 7, which he never was there before,
He's
really
yeah.
going to have to really do
They're really gonna have to tighten up, but he has.
Okay,
He has
now
yet
I
to
see.
been,
Woo. Okay,
he has yet to been brought past the third round. So
that's important. That's very important.
all last year, his last 5 fights last year never went past number 2. They all finished in the second round.
Okay.
So you
Wow,
know
he might panic when he get to 7 or 6.
that's what I'm saying. Like we've yet to see it. And hey, Martin is one of those guys that can bring you to those late rounds.
Okay.
So this is I'm thinking
You'll
this
see
is
if he
bit
a
of
real
test
champ
run.
if he take it to the end, right?
Yeah. And honestly, Martin is one of those guys that can definitely push the pace. Slow it down.
Could he punch?
Martin can punch, yes.
Okay.
Martin can punch. He's a veteran in the game. He's been around a long time. He knows all the tricks, man. He's 37 years old.
Okay.
He's been in that world class before. He's been on those stages. He's been under the limelight like that. And he's one of those guys that can really, Big Baby can really learn a lot from this match that he's going to have with him.
Okay.
If he gets brought past the third round and into territory that he's unfamiliar with, it's going to be a lesson for him. It's a lesson that I think that he's going to capitalize on, but he's never been past the third round, so it's definitely a test. It's a test to his ability and to test his skills, because you don't get to use your entire skill set when you're only going 3 rounds.
Okay.
Right?
You don't see everything and you don't use everything.
Exactly. And when you don't use it, you lose it. So it's good to get into those fights that take you into those deeper rounds, because you got to know yourself that you can handle it, and the only way to do that is do it. You can only learn so much from sparring.
You really haven't seen him at his test, at a real test.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. That's what's making the heart pump.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, this is
everybody like that, huh?
There's a big fight tomorrow. Fight tomorrow. Don't worry, Tim. When
you ain't got a drink.
We'll definitely get you hooked up for that fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the links and everything.
And then
I gotta make a couple of phone calls so we can it's about that. It's about the boxing one. But I'm gonna get on here when I'm less tired.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right, guys.
Next week, okay?
Yes, for sure, Tim.
Just hit me up if I'm ready. I'm saying before that, like tomorrow or Sunday, if you can. I don't know. I'm probably going to get the grandkids again.
All
Thank
right.
you for being
Tim,
on.
I'll drop you all the stuff tomorrow.
This is your former 2-time heavyweight champ, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Yay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks,
All right,
Tim, for all your time, my friend. God bless
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
remember, like, share, subscribe.